look at the state of my ST. I only had it valeted last week. Cost me 50 quid. Now it's covered in crap. I think I'll have to give it a bit of a clean. See you in a minute. Well, I thought I'd just come out here and have a little look at the ST. I paid £50 to have this valeted last week. And look at the state of that, look. If you can see that, look. All this crap on it. I don't know whether it rained overnight or what, but it's all sort of like sand or grit. And I can't have that, look. It is very gritty, look, it's like sand. So it's all over the car, the whole lot, all the cars actually. There's Gary's one there, look, covered over it as well. Although Sharon's one, you can't really see it on there, but it's all over there as well. But it does show up a hell of a lot on mine. In fact, I've just warmed it up actually. Let's go inside it. It's actually running at the moment. So yeah, I did have it valeted. Someone said they want to see the ST. I said there's loads of videos on it, but there we go. Nice and clean, as you can see. Looking well. Hold on, let me get in for a minute. Right, let's turn it off. I've actually got a rear view mirror to install in here in a different video. It clips over the top of this one and you can see a reversing camera and also a forward camera as well, and it's got a GPS module on it as well where it records every sort of either 30 seconds, 3 minutes or 6 minutes continuously while you're driving it. And if you're not in the car and it's parked up somewhere, provided you've got a live feed going to the new camera, it's got a crash control on it, so if the car gets nudged or jogged, it will start recording instantly for sort of 30 seconds and save that as an emergency file. So that video's coming up anyway. But yeah, so here's the ST. I've done quite a few little jobs on this so far, although there's not really much need to do into it, but I will need to do the handbrake cable because, look, there it's sort of slack. Now, it's had new calipers on the back, but I'm of the opinion that the cable, or one of the cables, is stuck. So I will need to get it. It did pass the MOT. It does hold on. So I say, but I think it's one of the cables underneath which is sticking. So I will have to put a new handbrake cable on one of the sides, or maybe a complete handbrake kit. I'm not sure yet. So that's coming up as well. So let's get outside. Let's get the jet washer set up. I've never used snow foam before. So I'm not going to do anything first. I'm just going to wet it down first with a hose. And then I'll apply the snow foam. And then you jet wash that off. And then you take it forward and then give it a wash afterwards. So let's get some cold water on it first. I'll just wet it down first and we'll see what happens. Right, let's just wet it down first of all. I wanted to do this while the sun's not too hot. Over the last couple of days it's been really hot out, so you should never clean a car in the heat apparently. So we'll just give it a good soaking first. And you see it on the back there, look. I think it's pollen as well. Sharon said she used to get it when she parked under a tree. But I think it's a combination of both, to be honest with you. So let's just get all this loosened off first of all. It's only cold water. And then we'll hit it with the snow foam. And apparently the snow foam is supposed to lift the dust off. So you don't physically rub the snow foam in, apparently. I didn't know that, not being a valeter, but that's like a pre-wash, so to speak, snow foam. I didn't know that. And I actually scraped one of my wheels the other day, folks. In 40 years of driving, I've never curbed the wheel, and I actually curbed one of my alloys, or freshly painted alloys I'd repainted not so long ago. I'll show you that in a second. But let's just get this down first. I will be doing a spot repair on it, by the way. Right, before I wet it, where is it? Hold on, it's here somewhere. Yeah, look, just there, look. Can you see that? Right on the edge of my alloy, look. And I'm not very happy with that, but there you go. That's what do you do? It's just one of those things. I've never scuffed an alloy before in my life, but I will be doing a spot repair on that. I'll be doing a video on that as well to make it, hopefully, seamless repair. These are painted with 2K paint, by the way, so that's what I'm going to be working on as well in a different video. But it's absolutely running a dream. We do use it. It's not a daily driver, this, but obviously it's like a toy, really. And when it's clean, it absolutely looks lovely in this performance blue, by the way. I do get asked what colour is it, and it's called performance blue. So let's just finish this off. Shouldn't take too long. And already it looks better, but I know when it dries off, it will still look rubbish again. So it's just something you've just got to pre-wash it first without rubbing it, without rubbing the grit into it. Right, that's phase one over with. Right, okay, so I've got my, just a standard Karcher. What one's this? This is a Karcher KHP2. I've got a Karcher KHP2 jet washer. And apparently, you just push that in, turn that, take the lance out. Like that. And there's many different snow foam bottles, I gather. But I've just got this Karcher one. And apparently, does that go in there, lock in? Oh, here we go. So that's it, that's the attachment there. Which means I can unscrew this bottle, and it's got a little tube on it, obviously, and measurements up the side. And I've got this snow foam from Dirt Busters with premium wax cherry fragrance. Now, how do you do this? Let's have a look here. Apply cherry snow foam with a suitable foam lance and dilute 50-50 with warm water. So it's a 50-50 mix. So I don't know how much I'm going to use in here, so I'll half fill this with the cherry snow foam. It'll be trial and error, I know, but bear with me. Right, that's about half in there. I smell the cherries and all. Right, let me go and get some water. I can put some water in here. Right, okay, so I've half filled that now, so I've got a full container. It's probably way too much, but it's literally the first time me using this. And apparently you've got this little dial on the top there. Lesser means less thick, dense foam, I think, and that way means more dense foam. So I'm going to go with just under full, and let's see what that does. Right, I've never used this before, so... Oh, that's nice. What's happening there? See if I've got my water turned on fully. Hold on. Would help if I turned the water back on, wouldn't it? Right, let's try that again. I think I'll turn it on full and make it just a bit thicker. As I say, that's on its fullest setting, thickest setting. Whether I've got the mix right or what, I'm not too sure, but it's not as thick as I've seen it, but I suppose it's all right. Bearing in mind, it's just a pre-wash by all accounts. Hey, I've done two. I've only got to do the back of the car at the moment, and that's what I've used, literally just one lot of markings. It was up to just at the top there, and I'm only down to there at the moment, look. Yes, I mean, I don't really know what's a good thickness for the snow foam to be. I've seen people put it on a lot thicker, but I'm right on the maximum with that there. I don't know if the other one is. What's the other one, that one? Yeah, see, that's just near more water that way, so you need it fully on to get a half decent foam with this type of foam I'm using anyway. Let's just go and do the back. Might as well give Sharon's a quick one here because I've got about half of that left, so hers is pretty as well. Two for the price of one, eh? I'm probably down to a third of a bottle now. Don't suppose it matters on the roof. Well, I've done 2 cars out of that one bottle there, but on the thickest setting, as you can see there, look, it's virtually run off already on there. So whether that's the snow foam or whether that's the applicator, I'm not too sure, but I thought it would have been a bit thicker than that, to be honest with you. This is the Dirt Buster snow foam there. Look, that says with premium wax. So I've applied it as per instructions, so there.
All of my friends say, girl, you better take care, 'cause that man is trouble, you best beware. And though deep down, I know I might be headed for teardrops. Now that you got me started, I just can't stop. No, no. 'Cause I love you, baby. I can't let you go, baby. I gotta tell you that.
Right, that's had a snow foam now. And I know it's still wet, but I can actually see that a lot of it, well, I'd say most of it has actually disappeared. Look, on there. But I probably could give it a good wash and wax now. Yeah, it appears to have lifted it. Although I'd still say it's a bit smeary on the roof there, look, see? I'm not rubbing it on, I'm just sort of showing you. But it's taken most of it off, so I think what I need to do now is to get some car shampoo now and actually go over it with a hot water and maybe a hand mitt or something, or sponge, just to take that off now. Otherwise we'll be back to square one again. Yeah, there's a bit of residue on my finger still. It cleans it off. Let's say it's loosened it. See, if you would have done this with a bucket of soapy water, you would be rubbing stuff into it, you see. Whereas now, the snow foam just sits there and then you wash it off. And it has loosened it off without me rubbing it in. So now it's loose. I should be able to get a hot water now and obviously just take it off. I don't know the ins and outs of snow foam. My first time of using it, but I'm going to get a bucket of water now and we'll carry on. Right, next phase of the operation. I've got this Car Plan Ultra Shampoo. Streak-free finish, who knows? All brand new, as you can see. Now, how do we use this? 50 millilitres to 10 litres. So I've got this bucket here. I don't know how much is in there, to be honest with you. And I've also bought one of those grit guard things. It's like a... That's hot water in there. Hold on, I'll show you. It's like a mesh that sits on your bottom of your bucket. So if any grit does go in there and you're dipping your hand in and out with a sponge, all the grit falls through so you don't pick any grit up. So I'd say there's probably... It's probably about 10 litres in there, actually. So 50 millilitres. I'd say probably about there somewhere. I'm going to put this in there, just squirt the jet washer in there and it should agitate it. There you go, foams it up a little bit and all. Although it's not foaming up a lot, to be honest with you, but there you go. I've got this hand mitt as well, which is a wool one apparently, or maybe synthetic wool, I don't know. So I think I'll start on the roof first. No, I'm not going to be rubbing hard. Oh yeah, it's still like that water. Right, okay, so just gently, I'm just going to go over it gently. I don't want to rub any grit that's left on there into it. Not much suds there, is there? Oh well, it's got a sort of a wax in there as well, so it says, so we'll go with it. Right, I'll put you on a bit of time lapse for this. You don't want to watch me wash a car, so I'll see you in a minute. Right, okay, let's just recap where we are. We've pre-rinsed this car and also the Astra with cold water before we snow foamed both cars. We had it on the thickest setting with the one that we've got. We then jet washed the snow foam off after about 10 minutes. I've left the silver car, the Astra, still as it was after the snow foam. We then carried on and got some warm water and some car shampoo and went over this with a mitten, as you probably saw in the time lapse. And that's the stage we're at the moment. So what's the benefit of snow foam, really? Because I've never used it before. I went for probably one of the cheapest ones that I could find on eBay. I don't know whether the quality varies with regards to the thickness and the way it handles grime on a car. So let's see the difference between the two. Both have been snow foamed. One's been left after the snow foam and one's had another car wash with a proprietary car washer shampoo. Right, with both the snow foam and the car wash, both said they've got waxes inside. And I think one of the things that you can see when you wax a car is that it beads up. Now, that's probably sheeting still, so I can't see much evidence of wax there. Don't forget, this car was actually valeted about 2 weeks ago. There is some beading on it, but mostly it's just like sheeting, which shows there's a low content of wax on the car. That's what I would imagine anyway. So there you go. There doesn't appear to be, if we look at the dry bit there, all the dirt seems to have gone now because I've actually physically rubbed it with my hand mitt to agitate it. So going all over the car, pretty much the same story here. Look, the grime is really gone now. Look, so the hand wax after the snow foam seems to have done the job. Whereas if we come over to this one, which just had the snow foam, I don't know whether you can see in the light there, can you? I'm trying to get it so you can see it. But there is actually residue still on the car of the dirt and grime, basically. So let's try and take you around to the back. So oh, here we go. Yeah, that's a good bit there. Look, can you see that? Look, can you still see the watermarks that are on the car? And don't forget, both of these cars were jet washed afterwards. So does snow foam really on its own do a good job? Is it just a pre-wash? Well, I can leave you to make that decision. I'm just showing you my first attempts with snow foam on both cars, and even though I went for the cheapest of products, this one was the Dirt Buster snow foam, and the shampoo afterwards I used on the Mondeo was the Car Plant Ultra shampoo, and I think both say they got waxes inside them. It says it leaves it streak free for a showroom shine. Well, bearing in mind, as I said, it had been valeted before that. I don't know really whether it's a showroom shine. I wouldn't go that far, but it's clean, let's put it that way. When you think that both cars were covered looking like this, I think you'll agree that hot water and soapy water would have probably done the job. But rather than the old technique of wetting the car down, putting a mitt on and rubbing it in, I think the snow foam's idea is to loosen up the grime that's on there, and then you power wash or jet wash it off so that you're left with very little residue on the car, but you are still left with residue, as this pretty much proves there, as you can see there. Look, the grime's still on it. So there we go. I'm no expert, I'm no detailer. I do know a lot of detailers use the snow foam now. I probably will stick with it. Not that I'm one for cleaning cars, I normally get it valeted anyway, so it's just something that I wanted to know, because if I buy a few cars and sell a few cars, I'll obviously want to clean them myself. So that was the idea behind me buying the snow foam, the car shampoo and the lance and stuff like that. I've also got stuff to do the wheels. I haven't done that in this video, but anyway, there you go. Just my little 2 pence worth. The Mondeo's clean now, I'm happy now, until it rains again with sand or whatever's in the air. And I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget, if you do want to have a look at other either Mondeo videos, Astra videos, we've got Vectra videos, I've got loads of Zafira, I've got loads of car videos in my playlist there. I'll try and leave a link below the video in the description. If you're on a PC, you can actually get the link below. I'll probably even leave a link to the actual stuff I've bought here as well in the video below as well. So thanks very much, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next video, and until then, bye for now.